Hello everyone, I hope you're doing very well. So we're back into Combined Arms and today we're looking at the M-163 Vulcan. Absolutely love this thing, it just looks so freaking cool, especially when it's firing. So looking at it for the first time properly today, and I always assumed it was radar guided. The reason I assumed that is it's got this heffing great antenna here, which must be something to do with radar. So I just assumed it was radar guided, but using it for the first time it turns out it's not. It's actually dumbfired. You just aim it through a basic kind of optical sight, which really surprised me. So if anyone knows what this antenna here is for, maybe it's early warning, but if it was early warning it wouldn't be fixed to the azimuth of the turret. And it is, so that one's a bit beyond me, but I'd love to know, maybe it's ranging, I'm not sure. So, the 163 is an I'm sure you've all recognised the M-113 APC chassis there, and mounted on top of that is a swivelable, elevation adjustable turret with a variant of the M61 Gatling gun, which comes from a lot of the main kind of NATO Cold War fighters, the F-16, the F-15, the F-14, the F-18, and they've all got this gun or a very similar variant of it. And for bang for your buck, apart from a GAU-8, it's pretty much the biggest thing out there, but it's the most lead up there, an incredibly good anti-aircraft 20mm multi-barrel cannon. So off to the stats is an M-163 Vulcan. It's a self-propelled anti-aircraft gun system that is just manually aimed as far as I can see. Crew of 4. Dimensions there, ground clearance, combat weight just under 12.5 tons. It's a V6 diesel, 215 horsepower. It's got a maximum road speed of 68 kilometers, about 43 miles per hour or something, which is pretty good for a 12-ton beast. And it can go in the water, and maximum water speed of about 4 miles per hour. Operational range just under 500 kilometers. Armor between 12 and 38 mil, so I guess somewhere between light and medium armor. Armament is 1 times varied M61 cannon, traverse rate of the turret and the max elevation rate, so I guess you call that average. Gun elevation depression plus 80 degrees minus 5, so that's pretty good, almost got everything covered there. Completely traversable turret, maximum effective range 2.6 clicks, which is very good for a gun. I don't think you'd ever actually hit anything at that range, but it's quite admirable. And the rounds 2,280 are actually slightly worried about, because that is the primary and only weapon of this thing. You've got 2,000 rounds in an M61. That's actually not a lot. It must be about, I don't know, 10 seconds of constant firing or something like that. So it's not a great deal, but it is what it is. So that's it. Let's go and give it a try. Okay, we're going to use the tactical commander slot. Okay. I'm going to click on our guy here. I'm going to press the tank sign to jump in. So first of all, as ever, let's look through the controls. There are very few. If we go on Combined Arms menu here, these are the Combined Arms controls for all of the vehicles. They're the same for all of the vehicles. It's just about, I don't know, 50 to 100 there. There's very few, and they're very easy and obvious to understand if you come in here. So I'm just going to talk us through the very few that we'll need for this system. Okay, let's pause that there. Let's have a look at the screen. We've got here our artificial intelligence orders. If we've got more than just us in our group, the formation is in column and the ROE currently is whole. Here we've got our current loaded, 1180 rounds loaded. We'd have to reload for the rest of them. 20mm armor piercing and high explosive. Don't really know why we've got armor piercing in, but I guess it can be used against ground targets as well, can't it? I'm going to use it for air-to-air today, but yeah. Gear can be in neutral, reverse or drive. Speed is the speed of our chassis in miles per hour. Azimuth is the azimuth where our chassis is pointing. Here is a picture of the gun, the turret's orientation to the chassis' orientation to north. Here is the current health status of our vehicle. And here is the heading and azimuth of our turret. We can move the turret by just moving the mouse around. Let me just turn the cursor off. Like that, up and down and left and right. And I've just got the basic controls set up that from ED's game. I haven't changed them, and that's how I'd suggest you do it as well, but it's up to you. Next, the views. F1 gives us this inside view, and we can toggle inside and outside with the insert key. So insert gives us that view, and we can drive it from here as well. If we want to F2 to go to the nearest viewable plane, we'll get to the nearest viewable plane. We now move the camera around with the mouse and zoom in and out with the mouse scroll. F7 allows us to view outside our vehicle, and in this mode the mouse moves the camera and we can zoom in and out like that as well. As far as moving the vehicle goes, if we go to this view here, we would first, X puts it in drive, Z puts it down a gear into neutral and then into reverse. So we're going to press X to go into drive. Then we're going to press W whiskey for forward, S for brake, D delta for right, A alpha for left, brake, and then we go Zulu to neutral gear, Zulu to reverse, and then W then goes backwards. Okay, just brake there, take it out of gear. Next we're going to shoot some stuff down. Now there's no kind of guidance I can find here, it's just using the sight here in the middle of the screen to lead the target as best you can, and that's all we can do. So we're going to find a target manually by looking around. There we go. So we don't even have any ranging information, so it's going to have to be completely eyeballed. So very difficult. Left mouse button to fire, and the ammo we can see down at the bottom right. Get some. Here's a very nice gun. Probably won't be able to hit this guy just because I don't know how much lead to add. Press insert and go inside. No, I don't like that. Back outside. Haha! Hit him. Oh, lag. Oh, back again. Got him again! Ah, multiple hits. Lovely. See, I've got, what, 7, 8, 9 hits or something like that, and he's still going. I don't know how he's still going. See, he's pretty shot up, but he's still going. Cheeky Russian aircraft. Okay, so next we'll look at controlling this vehicle from the F10 map rather than actually driving it. Okay, so we'll take a tactical commander slot. So this time we control it from here. What we can do is change the formation of the group if there are more than one guys in that group, and there is not. We can change the ROE to fire, return fire and hold as it is now. We'll do that in a second. State we can turn from red, green, manual or automatic, and we'll leave it on automatic. Restrictions, we can restrict the range that he will fire at in terms of percent, whether we want the radar rangefinder on or off, whether we want to engage air weapons, and apply this to all of the other guys in the group. If we want to set moving along a path, we click on set path, left click, left click, left click as many times as you want, and then right click to finish the route, and he'll toot off then, increase his speed, and that's him going. And what we'll do, out of interest, is see if he can move and fire at the same time. I'm going to tell him to fire here at bad guys, and let's go and have a little watch. Yes, on. So, a pretty cool weapon, I think you'll agree. Hope you enjoyed that, and see you later.